You missed it, Biggie. The man we were talking about, who is our colleague.
Our newest addiction.
Yeah. He's addicted to ChatGPT. And he has said, I mean, he puts everything in ChatGPT. And we told the story of how he came into work last week, even though he was sick, because he put all his symptoms into ChatGPT and it said, oh, it's just allergies. Don't worry about it.
You're fine. Go to work.
And then some other coworkers got sick and blamed him. And so I said to him, a minute ago, he came in to defend himself in ChatGPT. I said, yeah, but she got sick. And he said, she's a liar.
She's a liar.
Yeah. I didn't notice it, but apparently, as we were having this conversation, he was texting me very quickly.
Yeah, he was.
There's so much more.
There's more. There's more.
So much more to chat than college cheating.
It's more than just college cheating.
I think we might have to have an intervention with him for his use of ChatGPT.
But how? He'll know it's coming.
Yeah,
oh, God. They're coming down the hallway. They're going to talk to you about me.
That's right. The machines have risen up now. Yeah. This is what's happening.
Leave now. They're coming.
That's right. It's like the movie, not Terminator 2, although it's very T2-like, but the one, what's 2001 A Space Odyssey when the computers...
Hal.
I'm sorry. I can't do that. Hal.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Can't do it. That's when the machine tells you.
Sorry, Dave.
That's when he was talking about ChatGPT. Now, my son has that, too, and he has the paid version. He pays like $2 a month or something for it out of his own pocket. And he told me I ought to do that. And he goes, you can just do the radio show without even doing the radio show. And I said, yeah, but if I'm not there, he goes, it'll do it for you. But
no.
He goes, you want to have a really decent show? And I was like, well, yeah. And he goes, get ChatGPT, let's do it for you. It'll just throw you. I don't think
now, your son is college age. Your daughter is high school age. Has she had any interaction with it?
No, I don't think so. Maybe a little.
I would guess that schools have simply just banned it outright.
Well,
Probably.
They have technology to catch you if you do use. I think it's like a battle of technology. It's like a radar gun versus a radar detector, and so they go back and forth on that. But he swears by it, and I said, "Now you're not just cheating, are you?" And he said, "No, I'm enhancing. I'm always enhancing."
Does he seem enhanced around you, your son?
Oh, 100%.
Wow, I love that word, though. Oh, I'm not using it to cheat. I'm enhancing.
That's right.
I mean, what a great word to use for dancing.
I know where we got it.
It's just
give me some words I can use to impress my dad.
Yeah.
Enhancing.
How can I make it sound like I'm not using you to cheat? Say you're enhancing.
Right.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a supplement. Ooh.
Nice.
He uses all of these things. In fact, Littlest Patriot and I were just talking about, like here, perfect example. When we're gone on vacation, as we were last week, someone has to be in here to run to
stack everything in order.
This pre-recorded, best of programming. One of those days, or a couple of those days, Biggie was actually in here doing all of that stuff. And we've tried to figure out a way, but the way we run it is so 1990s, which is probably, from my viewpoint, a better thing. I like it. The old nuts and bolts of it in here.
You like it because if someone's here controlling it, it's going out.
Yes.
You feel comfortable saying, I know my show is going out.
In fact, Biggie told us that we have a fantastic P1 listener, Yellowstone Sticker Girl. She used to send in stickers from Yellowstone when Biggie and I said we liked that show so much. And she was, as the pre-recorded stuff was playing, she was corresponding with Biggie in real time saying, Chris Demm just said something funny. Chris Demm is so good at rock and roll trivia. This and that. And finally, Biggie had to say, I'm not listening to this. I've turned it down.
I had to sit through it live the first time.
Yeah. I've lived it once. I don't need to live it again.
I'm not listening to this. I refuse.
Yeah, because I can watch. I know what I'm doing here now, so I can just watch
the
time.
Right,
yeah,
just watch the clock.
And so I don't have to listen to it.
Yeah, but you get to listen to it.
Do I?
You get to listen to it a second time round and say, where could I have been better?
Well, really, because I also handle the stuff that is going to be replayed.
Yes.
So really, by then it's like my third or fourth time hearing it.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Right.
But each time you hear it, you should say, how should I have played that better? What should I have done?
It's like a great baseball player watching film of every at bat over and over.
Exactly.
Bad angles.
How should I have adjusted?
Weight transfer.
That's right.
Hip rotation.
Yeah.
You can always get better, can't you? You can always do it. Now, we also have a P1 listener, Talk Too Much Ted. He got that moniker when he played Put Up or Shut Up Rock and Roll Trivia years ago. and bluffed his way through several answers while cheating. He was like the original Chat GPT.
Yep.
That's right.
He had
a consortium.
People looking up answers for him as he played, but tried to bluff through it by talking too much. But he says, this was something we talked about yesterday. 2 admissions here yesterday. One, my picture was put up on our social media. It was not about this at all. It was about a new puppy and the pants I was wearing and the hat I was wearing.
Hot pink pants, big floppy hat. But nobody even saw that.
Nope.
Or the dog snacky belt.
Nope. And we have a new puppy and it's attached to me at all times. Okay. The dog is always, I have a wearable belt, a wearable leash, and I quote unquote wear the dog from the moment I walk in the door in the afternoon to the end of the night. When I put him to bed, that's it.
What do you do when one of you has to go to the toilet?
We both go. We do.
You're training each other. Wow, he might actually learn how to pee into the toilet because of you.
I'm hoping.
In a year from now, you might come home and he's standing at the toilet peeing.
He tries to put his snout in my stream. I have to be very quick.
Yeah.
Bad dog.
I do.
Bad dog.
I have to, because of
Watch
course,
it, watch it.
You know, because of course he's
he thinks it's a treat.
He's
of
interested
course.
in that. He's got his snout right up there.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
He looks at it real quizzically, you know. But I made the deal with my wife. I will wear the dog. She gets him in the mornings, and she tethers him. We tether him.
Tether.
We tether him to a large piece of furniture so that he can't get away from it. He gets away from us, he pees. So we have to tether him, or I wear him. She refuses to wear the animal because we have an older dog that also, you know, she's got to take. That's her dog, really. So we don't want too much jealousy of her wearing the new puppy.
Right. How does feeding time work?
This is so great. I'm glad you asked. We read a book called 7 Days to the Perfect Puppy. And do you know what you do? And Biggie, I'm glad you're here for this.
You get down on all fours and eat with him?
I was going to say.
The opposite. We don't feed him unless he earns it. He has to earn every morsel of food.
So first thing in the morning is not dinner time or breakfast time.
He has to go out and pee. If he pees, he gets some kibble. If I make him sit. If he sits, he gets some kibble. But it's all day. I mean, I'm a stream of food going to him.
Wow, nice job, Putin.
Okay, that's...
You work, you eat. You no work, you no eat.
He earns every morsel of kibble he gets.
It's exhausting for both of you.
Yes. And as I was doing this, I thought, this should be a plan for Biggie. This is how we should do this.
Biggie's weight loss journey.
His weight loss journey is
we're going to step it up.
Every morsel of food you eat, you must earn. So he has to.
I have a Selena Gomez Oreo in my belt right now. But you can't have it until you answer 5 phone calls. And they have to be real phone calls, not your friends.
Not some fake phone call. You have to do something. So the dog is constantly getting fed like throughout the day, but he has to poop, he has to pee for it, he has to sit for it, he has to stay.
Watching the older dog who's already got its routine.
Mm-hmm. That is an issue.
Correct.
The older dog, yes. And
no poop, no food. This is very, very Russia of you.
And we've also got him a food puzzle where you put the food
I've seen this.
You put the food inside a puzzle, and he's got to figure out how to get the food out of it. You know? It's a toy. You have to turn it time and again, and little pieces of kibble come out.
These are big now, these treat puzzles and food puzzles where, they have to solve a riddle.
Mm-hmm. Never heard of such.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all newfangled, and we reward. We never chastise, but we reward for doing the right things.
You never say no or bad dog or get down?
Well, I do say that. I do say get down. And, and like...
Now, a long time ago when I had training for my dog, I was told to, instead of saying the word no, because it's such a common word,
exactly,
you're supposed to make a noise, which to this day...
That's my noise.
Wow, that's pretty...
I was told that by a trainer.
You growl at it.
It's that you got to growl at him. I'll either go, or...
Yeah, I do.
I do that a lot.
I mean, to this day, I'll be like,
Yep.
Then she stops. It works.
It's a really good, and I can tell we've been doing it, a week, and I can tell he's made great strides, but he works. Biggie, I think we should go drastic with your weight loss journey. I think you should work for every single morsel of food.
What do you think I'm doing? What, you think you're paying me enough to survive? Barely scraping by to eat.
No, you need to put your tuna casserole in a puzzle.
Yeah,
that's right.
When you get to the house.
Thank God I'm eating less right now. I couldn't eat.
I'll run a little hot dog bit to you later. I put it on your tongue. That's the other thing. I have to put it in the palm of my hand.
Did you wash your hands after you went to the bathroom? All right, here's a Lucky Charm.
I thought, as soon as I read it, I thought, yep, this is how we're going to do it. If he fetches the ball, he gets some kibble. I'll walk with him. If he pulls on the leash, I have to go, If he stays with me, he gets some kibble. We have to reinforce that good kind of.
When does that end? Will there ever be a time when the dog eats a normal, quote-unquote, schedule?
Yes. What happens is, over time, you replace the treats with love. And I'm trying to do that. Like, instead of giving him a treat, I pet him, I give him belly rubs.
Now, that's very sugar daddy of you. You give me love, I give you the treats. Baby wants some treats, give me the love.
So you phase out.
Wow, here at Russian dictator, sugar daddy. You're covering a lot here.
He's very oligarchian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Phase out the treats and phase in the love.
Baby, give daddy love, she gets treats.
Tbone, you want to comment on the dog handling? Go ahead.
Good morning.
Yes.
And we wonder why people hate rich white people. I'm going to go out, spend thousands on a dog, and make him earn treats and tether him. And my wife refuses to be tethered. Oh, my God.
We thought it was best for the whole family that I wear the puppy.
T-Bone might be speaking for P1 Nation here.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Listen, we read 7 days of the perfect puppy. Now we're not going to get the perfect puppy in 7 days, but we continue to work. I feel like we're making giant strides here together. So yes, that's the way we're treating them. All of that was put in a picture yesterday. Me tethered to the dog. Biggie put it up on our social media. All anyone could talk about was my feet because
Your talons.
I was wearing
the toenails.
I was wearing flip-flops at the beach. And I looked at that picture yesterday and I thought, my God, who zoomed in on that so much?
Everyone.
I guess they did.
It's what people do now with every picture is
every detail.
Yeah, they look past whatever you want them to look at.
It's not the subject that matters.
No.
Talk Too Much Ted emailed and said, I've been getting pedicures every 5 weeks for 32 years. Chris Kelly, for the love of God, get some help. This is awful. This is the worst thing I've ever
Is it
seen.
too late to save what you've got, your talons?
My wife suggested I go and get a pedicure because...
Is there a shop near your gym?
Right next door, right?
I mean, Jean, my friend from the gym, has seen my feet now. And she texted me and said, do yourself a favor, walk out of the gym, turn left, walk 10 feet, take your shoes off and just let them
Once
do
a
it.
week? Once a month?
I guess
What is Talk Too Much?
he
Ted?
said every 5 weeks.
Every 5 weeks.
Every 5 weeks for 32 years. He says the first time I had my technician do my feet, I nearly wept. I sat and stared at them for 45 minutes when I got home. I stared at my feet. Biggie told us yesterday he can no longer cut his toenails.
Now he has to call the tow truck.
That's what they should call it.
The tow truck.
I love that.
A little more to it than that. Bad knees.
The tow truck.
The TOE truck.
Biggie could no longer cut his nails. I thought it was a
more
moment.
than that.
I thought it was a moment of great reflection and honesty.
Yes.
And vulnerability.
I could still reach them before people start emailing.
Talk Too Much Ted says, it was so heartening to hear your confession that you had to call in the tow truck to cut your own nails. I nearly wept. That's the second time. He's weeping over this.